Your
First, you
opinions
saw
about
him in
Schmirko's
RLDS.
character, Yu-Gi-Oh!
You also
Special,
saw him in
thanks
the
to
movie
Schmirko
series.
Official, the
You
YouTube
also
channel.
saw him in
Links
his
description
solo
below.
episodes. And you also see what impact he had on other series too. And with that,
That
hello
7 Duels
guys,
of
and
Fate?
welcome to this very
I didn't even know where that's
special
from, but it was
video
cool.
today. I have made an announcement earlier last week where I asked you to collect videos from yourself where you talk about your opinion on my character Schmirko. And
I wanted to do
didn't
one of
say a
those,
reason,
but
sometimes
sometimes life
I wanted
doesn't
to
give
keep
you
it as a
openings.
surprise for today.
I know I have lots of time, it's on
Because
me.
today
Maybe if
is
we
a
do
very
this again,
special
I'll
day
try
concerning
again,
the
but, you
character
know.
Schmirko. And
There's
this is
no
something
luck
I
this
cannot
time.
record maybe next year or 2028. This is something I can only record today because this is once in a lifetime.
Oh, okay,
Why
so I
is
missed
it?
my vote. Well,
Because, as you
sometimes
know,
that
Schmirko
happens.
is a time traveler.
I like Schmirko, there.
And as you have heard in Schmirko vs. Shadowlord, spoiler, in this universe, time travelers cannot age. So, Schmirko entered his time travel, and since the day he entered the RLDS timeline, the RLDS TMS timeline, he doesn't age. He hasn't aged. So practically he hasn't aged in years.
So,
over
like,
10
he
years.
is canonically, let's just say,
And
25, but
The
he's
reason why
actually
I'm
like
recording this today
5,000.
is because on this exact day, I'm exactly as old as Schmirko is during his time travel.
Dun dun
The
dun!
actor is as old as his character now.
Happy birthday.
So practically, I am now 30 years, 9 months, and 8 days. 8 days old. Yeah.
Okay,
This is
so not happy
how
birthday
old
then.
Schmirko is in the
Happy
series.
early birthday,
You can
I guess.
kind of count or on which day he started his time travel because there is quite some
I like that
statistical
that's
information on
some
the
random
internet.
amount of
But,
age
yeah,
and
this
not
is
just like
how,
the day he turns
this is how old
30,
Schmirko is.
boom.
And this is how old
Makes
I
it a
am
bit
now
more
too.
realistic.
Yeah, and for this special occasion, I have asked you, as I said, to record some videos about your opinion on Schmirko. And originally, I wanted to do this a bit differently because I had this day in mind for months now, but I didn't have the time or energy or opportunities to make these ideas.
I didn't have the
become
time
reality.
or the energy. That's called
So,
turning 30.
I had a little emergency solution, and this idea was from Gangnir. And he said, why don't you ask the fans to tell you their opinion on Schmirko? So here we are. And before we jump right in, sorry guys, it's going to be a long video with all the reactions.
Yeah.
Before we
I
start,
have reactions
I need
to
to
reactions
apologize
reaction.
now. Because at this point I do this intro, I have already react to your opinions, to your videos.
Spoilers!
And the problem is, since the time was very, very short, I didn't have much time to record and produce anything. And the problem is now that in one part of the video, the camera didn't record my reaction.
Oh.
So you can see your videos, but you won't see my reaction on it, partly. So I'm very sorry on that. I don't know what happened. I didn't stop the video whatsoever.
Yeah, sometimes technology fails.
But yeah, most part of the reactions are in. So, as I said, please take my apologies. And yeah, I would say,
Can't say
let's
I've never
jump
made a
right in.
mistake
We
when
have
doing
14
these
videos,
reaction
and
videos.
then I would say,
Sometimes
let's go,
you
guys.
just
Your
forget to
opinions.
hit record. You do all the reacting,
The first one
but
to
you
send
didn't
me a
hit the
video
record
was Polarizing,
button.
so we start with
here
him.
to talk about Schmirko and what I think of the character. So, I'll be completely honest, I first heard of him from the Yu-Gi-Oh! FST videos by the Dragonverse, and I found the character
FST,
pretty interesting,
okay.
so I thought I could look him up, and oh my god.
Rest in peace,
the
Spooky.
character himself
They're
is
not dead,
pretty
but
awesome,
their channel
both
is.
deck-wise and
Which in YouTube is
person-wise,
basically
and
the
I've
same
been a fan
thing.
of him ever since. And when I think of Schmirko, I think about doing better for not just my series, but for myself as well. Putting trust into your friends and don't hold on to any doubts. And what's so great about Schmirko in the live action world? It's everything, man. There is not a single thing bad about him. He's awesome both inside and out. And I can't
He's
wait to see more of
perfect.
him in the future. And
And
yeah, that's all
sometimes
I can say
that's
for now.
not
Do my
a
best, mate.
problem.
Thank you very much.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Next one is
Ich wollte ja
Gungnir.
erstmal alles Gute wünschen.
The GOAT!
Und was ich mit dem Charakter Schmirko verbinde, ist zum einen eine tiefe Freundschaft und außerdem eine tiefe Bewunderung dafür, dass er es schafft,
I was trying to find subtitles
neue
for
und
Gungnir,
alte
but I couldn't
Duellkunst
find any.
miteinander zu verbinden und dass er uns immer wieder zeigt, dass
Ja.
auch alte Strategien
Schmirko can
in der
understand, that's what
modernen
matters.
Zeit sehr gut funktionieren können.
Na klar, tut es
Daher
das.
alles Gute, Cowboy, und halt dich wacker.
Du auch.
So
Danke dir, mein
my
Freund.
personal take on Schmirko.
Alright, next one
AJ.
is Zetzlay. Here we go.
I honestly think he's
Man, I could have just done this like in my car or something.
There's really no notes.
Maybe there'll be a sequel
I
one
like
day.
how
Can only hope,
he's
right?
confident, but not overconfident.
I
to
haven't seen
where-
what AJ looks like IRL in
Exactly.
a long time.
to where the overconfidence like bites him back.
Hey, hope you're living your best life, man.
He knows he's good. He just doesn't want to brag about it, and that makes the mysteriousness of this character even better.
Well, if he would do, he wouldn't be the guardian of the Egyptian god gods.
I would hope you're right.
Especially not for so long.
I wouldn't want to
And since
see
it's time travel, he has simultaneously held on to them for like 5 minutes and 5,000 years. That's how it works.
I
Don't
don't
question
think
me. This is
any other
science.
character from any live action series can match his aura.
Schmirko does have an aura to him.
That's a personal
The character himself is super
reward,
reliable,
Lob
super
in German, for the actor, so
responsible,
thank you very much, dude.
Um,
I really like
Is
to play the
Schmirko the
character.
Piccolo of the
He's tough when he
RODS
needs
slash
to be.
TMS movie series
and
universe?
knows how to
A
get
little.
the job done.
Still after all these years.
He's a very good duelist.
No, it can't be because Schmirko actually wins duels.
Even though there was a non-canon fan series duel tournament that he lost to my boy Jace.
The FSTs.
Yeah, the FST. That was a completely different story, guys.
Yeah. Those are non-canon for fun.
Also, it wasn't me or...
Yeah, it wasn't
I
Schmirko
don't know.
dueling, or he would have
It
won the
wasn't Schmirko
entire
who played
thing
the
by
deck.
round 1.
What series he's in, what cameo.
No offense. I don't know if it was Spooky or Dookie. I don't know.
In my
Technically both.
But no
like,
offense.
family of
I understand, but just like, no offense, guys, it was fun, but it wasn't me.
whether it be Hungary, whether it be RLDS movie series, or even his own series. They're all amazing. There's no notes. I don't think we could.
We haven't had a
Indeed, they
bad
are.
episode of Schmirko yet. There have been ones where just like, I didn't feel that one as much, but I wouldn't call
being
it
said,
bad.
That's my thoughts on Schmirko. Keep up the good work and just never disappoint your fans, which I highly
I'll
doubt is
try.
possible.
I'll definitely try.
You do a
Thank
good
mate.
job, man.
Next one. Xeyos.
Oh man, I got
I'm
stuff I
sorry
want
if
to say, but I shouldn't because it's not my place.
pronounce your name correctly.
Good to see you again, Zajos, though. I know you've been slammed with stuff in real life, but glad you found time for this. Which makes me go, what's my excuse? Ugh. I'm gonna beat myself up this entire video.
The most out of the most like random like cards and synergies. I mean like
Snowman Effect, Guardian Angel,
Well,
Joan,
kind of, yeah.
MS the
Of
Infinity.
course, it seems that way on the first sight, but of course, every monster has a different meaning.
Well, yes, I mean, Schmirko, you look at your deck and don't just be like, this is just a bunch of random cards, and then you see an actor just like, how the hell does this guy lose?
blow through like what?
But in Yu-Gi-Oh! FD, it will become a lot deeper in the movie.
I've tried
so
using Schmirko's deck against
keep
Schmirko.
up to that.
Schmirko is the master of the deck, not me. I'm kind of the random bullshit go meme.
It is the most insane batshit craziness I've seen in my life.
Got White Magician in Pikachu alongside the Booklet Avatar and the Grand Jupiter. What the fuck am I looking at?
Fairly unique level of quality.
It just works, unironically.
When you think about like 3D like animation and stuff, you like automatically would think like Revelations, right? Like that's like the main one.
Yeah.
Them and like if you want to talk like early examples, I think what is it? It's there's some other, I can't remember their name right now.
Crispy Synchron came up recently, did some good 3D duels as well.
In, like recent times, like Ghost Ship is like
Mwah.
bro, it looks very good.
That thing took like 12 years to make, and it was worth every single second.
Pretty sure it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. I'm tripping, but like, man, like just in general, like Schmirko, you are a big inspiration of like to keep up that quality and like keep striving for greatness. Thank you for everything you've done for the
Yeah, I'll keep my spots on Schmirko at the end of this video, just as a freaking. I couldn't do it there, but now I can.
Alright, next one is
Hi, I'm
Nash.
Nash23. I'm the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Hero Emerges, and I'm here to talk about the legendary
Back when his
cowboy
bike worked.
himself, Schmirko. Schmirko was the first person I was introduced to in Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan series, alongside the Hungarian verse shows.
I like that we have real life people
Schmirko is
and
honestly
gacha
one of my
characters.
favorite characters out of all Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan series characters around. He's one of a kind. His duels are always amazing to watch, and every movie or show
You never know what the fuck Schmirko's gonna do
he has
next.
the unique aspect that I can't
Thank you so
see
much, mate.
anywhere else.
These are also some
I wish I
very
could
nice
say
words to
more,
say. One
but
of a
if I
kind.
did, the video would be an hour long. But I think that's what I need to say the most. Thank you for
Hey,
watching.
here's the highlights and all of that. Okay.
Alright, next one
I
is
have never heard of
Yugioh.
this guy before in my life. No insults, it's just... You're new. Let me put it that way.
As Schmirko, what is this character? This character is one of, if not...
I blame the internet,
best
but whenever I see
Yu-Gi-Oh!
someone in the car nowadays, I assume it's going to be a
characters
meltdown
that
video.
I've
I
seen
blame
in
the
the
internet.
Yu-Gi-Oh! And he reminds me of any modern or classic Western heroes, since like Luke or Woody from Toy Story, also great Western characters. As of that, I also met
Well, he's a
Schmirko
cowboy, so...
the first time as I saw these Impossible Studio Media videos from the real life series from the Hungary media, as well as the movie Linked Fates.
Yeah, most people were introduced to
as
Schmirko
where
thanks to
Schmirko dueled
RLDS.
against
Linked
Roman
Fates, Schmirko's
for
first
the-
appearance.
Yep.
for the Egyptian god cards.
I still remember that reaction, prediction video of what's going to happen in Linked Fates. I
As a
was
main
dead wrong,
character,
but you know what? I'm okay with being
as a-
wrong
As
most of the time.
Himself, Schmirko means to be as an unreplaceable character, as he is really serious guardian, taking his job very serious and
That's
protecting
true.
his friends and always believing, and always following them, the beliefs and stuff, and of course keeping things a bit amusing and funny. Even if it's not yet known, but still is pretty much noticeable, and this makes Schmirko as a very great protagonist character material. As I also noticed some things also in other medias like White Dragon Legacy or RLDS himself.
I mean, he
Answer
was
to
a
the last
character
question,
in
what
White
is
Dragon
the
Legacy. He played the
influence of
robot.
Schmirko in my life? Well, I kinda am a bit more confident in life, of giving better life decisions and stuff. And for second is to be a bit more creative in dueling. As he's always
That is always a big
pretty
plus,
predictable.
being more confident in life.
Still making pretty good work and stuff. And so I am also
Every time I
inspired by
think I
friends
reach the
to
next
be
level,
a
there's
bit
always
more
more
creative.
shit I gotta deal with.
Also are kind of surprised, also known.
I could use more confidence myself.
I'm wishing Schmirko a very, very merry special day today. It's a thumbs up for me, and it's a thumbs up for my Griffo too.
Thank you both.
So,
I
have a
love
nice
that
day.
Have a
monster.
nice day.
The Yugi. Oh, hi, Dookie.
Next one is Dookie. Let's go.
I have a question for the class.
Also known as Dushan Cookie Wolf. And
Come on,
today
Dookie,
I am
mask
here
off.
to
COVID's
record a
over.
video. So, I'm a fellow creator and whatnot. And
I was
Schmirko
going to say I'm a
requested
fellow
Even with
furry
a
for
little
a second.
animation.
made
Nice.
where people talk about him for a specific project of his.
To be fair,
that is.
Bob had some animation too.
And,
Very limited,
well,
but it was still
very
animation.
important, so I figured I'd give my 2 cents. And, here are a few of the examples of what he left.
Puts
that
2
I'm going
pennies
to
on the
use
table.
to start
I've rest
talking
my
about,
case.
Schmirko. First of all, the character himself, I think he's pretty good. We still don't know too much about him. We know that he participated in a war back in like 2009. We apparently know he's a time traveler thanks to one of the Shadow Lords.
Yep.
But other than that, not much is known, and that mystery is something that still intrigues me, even after the latest movie that came out, because we still don't have all the answers.
We better get them in
I'm very
FD.
excited to see
No more
his-
excuses.
He's also just a very cool character overall. He has a sense of wisdom, badassery, and compassion to him, just like any other good protagonist would for this kind of setting, that is. What does he make me think about? Well, actually, the other way around. For me, when I think Schmirko, one of the things that I think is Layer of Darkness, and vice versa. Anytime I see Layer of Darkness,
Of course.
I
It's a
think
Schmirko card.
because the first time I properly got introduced to Layer of Darkness was when he used it.
That's okay.
Before
I
that,
think the
I've
same
just
thing.
seen
I activate
cards,
Layer of
I
Darkness.
haven't
Schmirko,
played them,
go
I haven't
away.
played
I
or
don't want to
anything, so I
duel
didn't know much
you.
or cared much for them.
Because I want to
But then
win.
when he started playing them, I was like, oh, that's that deck. That's awesome. And the way he used it was very fun, where he combined it with cards that allowed him to summon different boss monsters that he just likes. When it comes to what do I think of him and what he means to the live action community, I think he's, how do I put it? He's someone to look up to when wanting to improve your things. Now, not everyone can edit like Schmirko. Not everyone can make movies like Schmirko does.
Not everyone
But
can
everyone
take
can
12
improve.
years to make a
Obvious, of
movie
course.
about a
That's a
boat
fact.
like Schmirko.
What he
Again, worth
represents
every second. I'm just
and
making jokes.
what other creators in his category represent is how the further we go with our projects, the more improvement we start to apply to it, the more things we learn about the show, the work that goes into it, what stuff we do for it, and what the show means to us in general. He helps show that the show is a part of us. Not saying that he's the only one, of course, but he's definitely one of the biggest people that show what it means to be a creator of a web series. There have been many people outside of the Yu-Gi-Oh sphere that have made like their own passion projects and whatnot, and they have all, show you what can be done with the right tools, with the right experience and whatnot. But I think when it comes to the Yu-Gi-Oh community itself, Schmirko is definitely one of them who, shows you what this community is really capable of when they really, really put effort into it. I remember
Indeed,
first
the
discovering
community has
Schmirko.
so much
It was
potential.
when I first discovered
Just have to use it.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! RLDS. I remember it was through Linked Fates. That was the movie where I discovered RLDS because I didn't know of RLDS beforehand, and coincidentally, that was also the first appearance of Schmirko.
Linked Fates is one of those
Yes,
movies you could
to me.
probably show someone who's
true.
I
never
thought
seen
he
the
was
series
cool.
before, and they'd probably still get a
Definitely
kick out
one
of
the
it.
best character introductions I have seen. I
It's not
just think
if
overall
it's
that
your introduction to
Schmirko
Yu-Gi-Oh
does
movie
a lot
series
of
or
good for the
RODS,
community. He
not a bad
does
place, honestly.
a lot of stuff that, like, how do I put it? He just puts the life in the community that, like,
I like the thinking
is
animation.
hard.
Yeah, the
In a way,
thinker.
it's hard to do. There's so many different people in this community who do their own shows and whatnot, but, like, there's something about him that, like, speaks to me. There's some kind of energy that he emanates when I watch his content and when I talk to him in general. It's like I can't feel a single bad bone in his body. It's like I'm talking to
That's
like
very
a
deep, mate.
common
That's very deep.
protagonist, like Godai used
I wish
to,
I had
for
more bad
example.
bones in my body. My life would be so much
I
easier.
just can't feel any malice come from the man. Like, it's a feeling that I.
The only time he
strive
really lets
to
any
represent, really even
badness
if I
come out, I guess,
myself,
for lack of a
like,
better term,
do,
would be against the
you
Shadow
know,
Lords. But they're
just like any
literally
other
evil,
regular
so I
human
can't
being,
say it's misplaced.
I, fall into malice from time to time for
That'd be a neat
various
idea if we ever
reasons.
do it again.
Obviously, everyone has their own
A
reasons.
good
also
Shadow
just a
Lord.
regular
Nah, but in
human
the end of the
being.
story, it's a little late to be introducing good characters, I guess, in that
when he
area.
lost his original YouTube channel, it never felt like there was any animosity within him, no anger or anything. There was definitely sadness and disappointment.
Naturally.
But it's like his head was always,
Focus on the big picture.
held high. It's like he's. It's like
I'm sure there
he
was a
never
little
gives
bit of
up.
anger because,
That's
god darn, that was
inspirational,
baloney,
to
but
say the least.
what can you
But
do?
of course,
It
after
really
the
is
channel,
crazy
I really had
How
to
much
think
one person can
how I
do
wanted to continue because
with
it was a
or
big
without
channel,
experience, and it
much
really
bigger than
shows
the new
how
one. That
Yeah, over 100,000
You
subs
know,
compared to the one
well,
of, like,
the old channel would have
not even
people
would
10k,
have
sadly.
had 10,000 subs for sure by now,
self-value because
and
yeah,
a lot wider
maybe
range
you
than the
don't
actual
do
channel.
the
Than-
same
than the
stuff
new one.
Schmirko does. Maybe you can't do it
Sadly.
to his level, but the fact that you can do
But
it
yeah,
at all,
I decided
and
to
people
continue.
find enjoyment in it,
Continue
glad
with
you do,
YouTube,
but
and this is where
is,
I am now.
you know,
When this happens, you're at a
truly matters.
crossroads. You can either quit or
That
you can
enjoy
try to
the
start
work,
from
that you
scratch.
see your
And
progress,
when that
see
happens,
yourself get
quitting is
better.
very
And
tempting.
I think
I've been at
that's
that
one of the biggest
crossroads.
things that Schmirko taught me.
Ugh.
Because when I see any of his projects, I'm just like, this is the best thing ever. And then somehow he does it even better
Yeah.
next time.
This is the best thing Schmirko's ever made.
It's really like
Literally the
how
next episode.
the-
This
like,
is the
he
better
already
thing,
does it
best
so
thing.
well, but somehow he outdoes himself again and again.
Outdoes.
I just think that's something that
Dang
we
it,
all need
it's
to
like
strive
English isn't
for.
your first language or
Again,
something.
There's
Oh, wait.
also nothing wrong with, keeping consistency and keeping yourself the same way, or doing the same thing you've done previously. Because if it's not broke, why fix it? But the way he does it, where it
Well,
is
consistency is
improved,
important,
but
but
ever
it
so
depends on
slightly.
the way it
where it's
goes.
like it's still him, but you can see that there's something more to it. There was something different done about it. I think I've never seen anyone do something like that. Like, so many different shows I watch that have improved over time, where you can just tell, man, we came a long way from here. But with him, it's not like that. It's more like, damn, he was already good and he's getting better.
He
I
peaked,
think
and then he kept
Schmirko
peaking.
does a lot of heavy lifting.
It's like we start
Well,
8 plus, and then we
well,
had
yeah,
to
always learn.
invent
there's
new
Revelations, there's
letters
the movie
on
series,
front
there's
of it.
White
A
Dragon
plus.
Legacy. There's so many shows going on, or have been going on, that have been carrying this community on its back for so long. But we are talking about Schmirko here, not anyone else. If I was talking about the community in general, I would have glazed them more, for the lack of a better term. But in the end, he is one of the faces of the community in modern times for a reason. He's one of the best people we've
I
ever
saw
had in
that.
this community.
The
and
Joey Chin meme.
truly, I hope to see
I
more from
love,
him in the
I
future.
love the fact that I think
And I hope
my
one of
best
the new
to
Red
continue
Eyes
to
cards
inspire
has it
people
doing the
what they
freaking
like to do,
face
the way he
meme.
does,
We can't escape.
all of us. And yeah, that was all I wanted to say. Thank you for listening, and
Well,
I'll
it
see you
was a
next
lot
time.
you have said.
You're
Thank you
on,
very
Schmirko.
much, Yuki.
Now
Thank
get
you for
out.
this animation.
Guys, of course.
Guys,
It's Gary.
I like that
Hey,
you have
let's go.
little credits to them, who they are and where they're
yeah.
Now
from.
we're traveling to Hungary.
Schmirko is an absolutely unforgettable person in Yu-Gi-Oh! Real life history. Auf jeden Fall, so basically for me. So yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm mixing English with German.
Yeah, as you know, Gary has traveled to
He has
Austria,
3
which is a
languages. I think we can
German-speaking
forgive
country.
some things.
So he has also
But yeah,
learned German
I
in the
think
meantime, and he
Schmirko
is
has,
mixing English and German
really
from time to time a bit. But
Not to mention Hungarian's his base
It
language,
was.
so that might slip in too.
writing skills. So the duels, but
Nothing but respect for
so
Gary
the
for at least even
duels
trying
which
this,
Schmirko
especially since I know his
writes
English has gotten a little
are,
rusty.
I
Not
think,
bad, just a little rusty.
100% correct. So there aren't any mistakes, and that's really hard. It's really hard to write so eine.
He
It's
slipped
really,
into
really
German, I
hard
noticed
to
that.
Well,
write
yeah, usually I
dual
always try to check my duels that there are no mistakes in, because
I really
I want the duels to be 100% correct.
Misplays are something that
As
can very
complicated
easily
as they
sneak
are
in, and then once
sometimes,
they're there,
but,
it's too late to go back.
In Ghost Ship, there's actually a very little mistake near the end of the duel, but I will get to it in the trivia videos.
It's
that
so
will come
minor, it's
later.
barely a
And it
point.
is nothing that
I even
would have
made
changed the
mistakes when
outcome
doing
of
my
the duel, so,
analyses.
it's really
According to
nothing.
Schmirko, I did make one during
But
the
we will get to
Christopher
it later.
Agaton versus Schmirko, so
and that time what Schmirko gives
No one's perfect.
to us with his projects. So yeah, I think absolutely he's an unforgettable person to us, and yeah, I think a really important person. And of course, he inspires me also. The only thing what I'm missing from his series is the Hungarian dubs, because I would love if Schmirko Adventure had Hungarian voice, Hungarian dubs, because of course in that case I would understand everything immediately.
Would be cool, but
in
it's
this case, I
difficult
have
to
translate
realize.
and
To
one
put
day
into
I
it.
want it.
Stuffing
That reminds me.
and,
One day I do want to do
reading again,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Hungry
but
7, the
of
abridged
course,
thing is
series.
there are
That's been a
Hungarian
joke in my
actors,
head
so
for a while, but a part of me
nowadays,
kind
to
of
me,
wants to
but
do it.
It's not 100%.
I just have no idea how the fuck to do it, but
So, yeah.
one day I'll iron
I
something
think
out.
That's enough. I think that's everything what I saying.
I also don't want to take 5 years to
But
produce
I
8
wanted
episodes.
to say.
Season
Sorry
5!
for my mistakes.
Abridged series.
All good.
Keep
Thank
it
you.
up, Schmirko. We love your work.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Tepig.
Hey, Pokemon.
And the main reason why we
Just Tepig, yes.
Where
the
is
next one.
ears?
I'm too lazy to make an avatar. And the reason the ears with Prussia rip off is because I ripped them off years ago when I was a child.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Anyway, the main reason
Tell us when the
like
camera
it
stopped.
is
Oops.
basically everything. For an mishmash of monster you Guardian deck uses, you might to perfectly synergize together. For an incredible combo you made one of your opponents. Honestly, as a dual scripter myself, I hope to achieve your level. You're incredible. From the horror character as and the cool outfit it have, honestly, I can't wait to see more of it. Anyway, I think the most best test thing you want to do is the fact you literally use your own native languages when they show another language. Like, all Korea to be, in order to read so bad that you need to speak your own language instead of the show languages. I understand that the most like story you do is as English subtitles to watch. But honestly, I think it is still the greatest incredible thing to do. You're an amazing person, a great scripter, a great storyteller, and I really wish more of your series come out and you become more famous.
Thank you very much.
Just tell it.
I won't lie, I struggled. Oh, hi, Lara.
My name is Larion.
There we go.
Sorry, Larian. Sorry,
The
I
one and only
trying here, folks.
creator of RLDS, Larion, the myth, the legend himself.
Sorry, it's, every time I see that I read the Pokemon name. It's very unfortunate.
Tell him what we think about
Nice
his
background.
character and his character.
Some Star Wars, some
So I am
other properties that I don't know off the top of my head, but still looks cool.
The first question is, tell me what do you think of Schmirko, for example, what do you think of the character? Well, my personal opinion about Schmirko, about the character, is very complex because
He's a very complex
it's
character.
obviously Schmirko's creation. He created Schmirko as a character, but the character was shaped by our journey together. And Schmirko as a character was presented a lot of in Yugioh LDS narratives and stories.
It's kind of difficult because Larion in some way brought me back to the real life genre. I made that topic up. I brought the topic up in another video,
his
in
own
the
personality,
making of about
his own
cyberspace.
backstory,
Definitely
his
check
own,
that out.
his own motives in a story that I write. So my personal opinion is that obviously Schmirko as a character is a very lonely figure.
Schmirko is better what I wrote him.
He
No, I'm kidding.
knows very well what he's doing. He's always certain about his adventure, about his goals. He knows very well the world he lives in, but there is a deep sadness inside him which longs to go back to his original timeline, his original friends, but in the current timeline where he is trapped, or where he is somehow he is seen as a mysterious figure, a very exceptional duelist, and he is very well respected by everyone he encounters with, including Lehel and Agaton, with who he makes a deep bond too. So I think he is someone to reckon with. He's a force, a very strong force, a very strong individual, and he is on his path, and he rarely or never truly take action in the events of other people's journey, or he
understands this isn't my place, this is their moment.
Or a master who gives guidelines.
Like I said in the analysis of Schmirko versus Agaton, he understands that Agaton needs this more than he does, because his win-loss record is not more important than the sacred timeline.
What makes you think about when you remember him? I think I have told this in the previous topic. How have you heard of him the first time? Well, about Schmirko as a character, obviously I heard first when I have talked with Schmirko in private with Marko Ivanov, and originally I wanted some character who is working for Beze and who is defeated by Ronin in the Link to Fates movie.
Yeah, which is supposed to be an extra character.
I didn't know that Schmirko already has a lore for his own character. He has his own project he wrote about some years earlier. So I wanted originally Marko Ivanov to play a character who is defeated by Ronin, and to show the power of Ronin. But instead, Marko came up with the idea to put his character into the Tamás universe.
Schmirko's like, nah, but what if I won instead? Nah, I'll win.
And make this insane plot twist that everyone is.
Ultimately, though, it did pay off long term, because Ronin took an L, but Schmirko only got W's and helped the universe more moving forward.
Defeats the main character, which was again a very interesting way to take the narrative. So that's how I met. How I first heard.
And again, it only benefited the universe going forward, because if Schmirko had just lost that dude to Ronin, we never saw him again. What kind of a domino effect would that be? That could be an interesting video. What if Schmirko was just a one-off character? How did the story move from there? Something to think about, at
very
least.
Complex, a very well written, a very twisty duel, so if there is a word for it. And I have seen that it was written by some fan, not with. No, it wasn't Tamás's script, but he used a script and the replay Yugioh duel master. No master, that wasn't a thing back then. Whatever. So
Whatever it was. Moving on.
Schmirko, the original Alexander versus Tama special episode duel, and he also uploaded the original Yu-Gi-Oh soundtracks to YouTube. So that's how I first get to know
It was
him
Yu-Gi-Oh!
and,
Pro or something like that.
him as a person.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Very much appreciated, our friend.
To you in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Live action world, I think I have already answered this question in the first topic. He is this very individual, very mysterious, somehow mythic figure who is always very serious, yet has a good sense of humor and a deep, and he is very mature in his feelings, yet he has a very deep compassion. He rarely judges the people around him. He is very forgiving, yet he is very strict against evil, and he's like a prophet of some. And I think his character is very unique in this Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe we created, or even Tamás created, because he is that kind of character who is always very liked by every franchise. For example, Uncle Iroh or Master Oogway or
Yep.
or
The mentor character, yeah.
Master Yoda, but you know, there is this type of hero in franchises where these teachers, these lonely warriors who are
Yeah, Schmirko slips into that role very easily, and that's only a good thing.
And for example, Taylor Sias from UDC, who knows what is going to happen or has a good implication of what is going to happen. He knows what is around, and he is never afraid to take action or to find out what is going on. And he is always very well controlled by his conscience, and I think that's why he was, with his very professional, very unique strategy with among the fans. And the last question: did Schmirko's appearance had an influence in your overall life? Well, of course. My position is very unique and very...
Since you got to write for him.
I'm in a very unique position.
And be friends with him IRL.
Character had a huge impact on my personal life since he became a fan favorite in my Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, and now I am talking about the character, not the person who is my good friend and a fellow creator who we share a lot of ideas and we work together on a lot of projects.
I'm glad to hear that,
the
honestly.
Character himself had an
in days with lots of backstabbing and whatnot, since no people are just genuinely good friends. Obviously, I wouldn't think that there would be backstabbing, but I think you know what I mean.
Could make a huge connection, a huge multiverse, which is, I think,
sometimes nice to hear friends being friends.
Never will be done again in any Yu-Gi-Oh! Live action series. Because if you think about it, Schmirko appeared in Yu-Gi-Oh! LDS in his own series. He appeared on the Gulliver's too, in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Hungary 7 movies. He had an appearance. So he is very, very well known, and he is always a very interesting character, and people always would like to know more about him, and has a very complex backstory to it. So he had a huge impact on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Live action genre. So that was all I could say, and thank you, Marco, for being a friend.
How unfortunate that this is the part where the frickin' thing stutters. It's served for the Tepe guy, but he had like nothing for them. Damn it.
About why you made this, why you reached out for your followers, but I hope I could help, and I am looking forward what you had in mind this time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Oh, Jace's turn.
I'm Jace Hubbard. I'm the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Chaos Charge, and I'm here to talk about Schmirko and what I think of him. What do I think of the character?
Beyond
well,
gets its
Schmirko
turn.
as a character teaches people a lot of different lessons that I think are worth taking in. One of the big things I think from him that he teaches is that entrusting your help into friends and other allies is a very crucial thing when facing something head on. It's never bad to do it by yourself, of course, but having people there to support you and have your back, it can prove quite useful. What makes me think about when I remember him? Well, easy. Schmirko is a problem solver. He wants to put the pieces of the puzzle together, on and off the dueling field. He'll do everything in his power to complete it from start to finish. Putting that knowledge to good use. Lastly, does Schmirko mean anything to me in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Live action world? Yes, he does. He's an example to all of us. That's all I really have to say. Thank you.
An example to all of us. Of what? That's all we have for today. Hello, Ludenu.
de preguntas. Paso.
No me Regenesis.
Es de Schmirko. Sil, ven acá, hay trabajo que
I like
hacer.
that she comes with her own subtitles. That makes things a lot easier for me.
¿Qué piensas del personaje?
Que encuadra en la categoría de personaje misterioso pero vital, al estar consciente de información clave y de saber investigarla. Así como en la mayoría de personajes
this
en las
woman's
series
designs.
Real
Very
Life,
nice.
presenta su propio carisma, mostrándose siempre calculador al momento de tener un duelo contra él, lo cual hace que uno sepa que enfrentarse a Schmirko no sea una
Making
tarea
it fear
fácil
that
debido al
facing
control del
Schmirko
duelo que ejerce
is a
cuando uno se
mistake.
descuida.
¿Qué te viene a la mente cuando lo recuerdas?
El de guarida de la
A layer of
ya por ver cómo
darkness.
lo dejaba que me
You have a
terminara
razor? Are you
finalmente,
kidding me?
así teniendo los virus
Bruh.
característicos del deck, un toque de
Now you
miedo
just
para
be.
poder
I can
recursos
accept
bien
Avatar,
prioritarios.
Dreadroot, sure.
supiste
A razor?
que
Come on,
por
man.
primera
That's a bad card.
Fue
You
por la
know it.
película Destinos entrelazados de RLDS. Al principio me saqué de onda, ¿cómo diría el meme Why is this?
Yeah.
Si existe un personaje que se le
Yeah, it's
puede
legit the
atribuir como el
frickin', I think it was
guardián de las
Snoop Dogg.
cartas de los
Who?
dioses egipcios, deberá ser súper competente, eso fue lo que pensé, y vaya que fue una gran sorpresa. El duelo me dejó en claro el nivel de duelista que es Schmirko y que sí se merece ese puesto de guardián de las cartas divinas. También fue un espectáculo de ver, sin problema, mi enfrentamiento favorito
Oh,
de
yeah,
la
it
película, al
kinda
tener sus
stole the
momentos de
movie.
remontadas increíbles por parte de ambos jugadores.
¿Qué
The
significa
duels were
para
good
ti
too.
el
Just like that
universo de
came out, just
Yu-Gi-Oh?
like, oh,
Live
this one
action.
wins.
De la mano con la pregunta anterior,
The Tamashka
Schmirko
duel
es
was
un
still very good
personaje
though.
que
I'm not,
supo cómo
there wasn't a
implementarse
bad duel in
bien
that
en el
movie.
universo de los live action. Al ver los otros vídeos alrededor de él se podía desglosar más del
Which
personaje.
reminds me, Schmirko has
Espero
made a
con
full
ansias a la
playlist for anyone
salida
who
de
wants
Requiem
to
para
watch
más
the
información del
movie
pasado
series
para ver las
timeline
conexiones
in
con él y Agaton.
chronological order.
¿Tuvo alguna
It's on his
influencia la
channel.
aparición
I
de
don't
Schmirko en
remember
tu
the name of the
vida?
playlist right now.
Fuera del de guarida de la oscuridad, diría que sembrar las bases para la futura introducción de los links en la saga de duelos gracias a los incidentes del ciberespacio. No se entra en detalles para no spoilers.
Yeah, fair
Preguntas
enough.
extra. Si tuvieras la oportunidad de enfrentar al personaje, ¿cómo sería?
Espero que un duelo entretenido como en la mayoría
I just
de
hope I make you
enfrentamientos que ha tenido.
try.
¿Piensas que tiene indicios de un personaje Deus Ex Machina?
Pues, en gran parte sí, no por nada tiene Timelors como centinelas. Si eso es bueno o malo
He's got
depende de la
Time Lord.
narrativa de un
That's a detail
personaje
people have
y
to forget. He's
podemos
got
ver
freaking
que no
Time
siempre
Lords
le
guarding
salen
his
bien las
base.
cosas
Good
a
luck.
Schmirko, como posibilidades de derrotas cercanas o el suceso con los
The
dioses
Time Lords have been
egipcios.
powerful, but times to make
Eso
them less
sería todo
annoying.
por mi parte, muchas gracias Schmirko por la dinámica y la oportunidad, esperamos con ansia su participación en Yu-Gi-Oh! Requiem y futuros proyectos.
Sommerliche Grüße aus dem Off, lieber Schmirko. Und
Hello.
auch Mats ab.
Another new
wünscht
person.
sich natürlich bei dir. Ja, wir sind in der etwas längeren Sommerpause, so eine Dekadenpause wahrscheinlich. Aber bei deinem Aufruf mache ich natürlich mit und habe mir sehr, sehr, sehr lange überlegt, was ich denn überhaupt sagen soll. Denn was bringe ich mit Schmirko in Verbindung? Ja, und ganz ehrlich muss ich bei den Anfängen anfangen, denn der gute Schmirko und sein Kanal waren eine der ersten Kanäle, die mir bei meinem Deep Dive zum Thema Kreativ-Content im YouTubing aufgefallen sind. Und da muss ich sagen, wenn ich diesen Content zusammenfassen müsste, dann würde ich wahrscheinlich sagen, das ist Kreativ-Content durchgespielt. Also so müsste eigentlich, ja, alles aussehen. Das wäre doch das Ideal, oder? Stellt euch vor, wir könnten so wie Schmirko in seinen Abenteuern unser Yu-Gi-Oh!, unser Kartenspiel erleben, ohne diese Hemmschwelle von, das ist jetzt aber cringy oder was auch immer. Lass doch die Leute leben. Lass die doch Spaß haben. Und das ist etwas, was ich sehr, 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 sehr mit dir verbinde, Schmirko. Dass du die Courage hast, dass du die Ehre hast, ich sage jetzt mal, diese Fantasiewelt, die du dir da erträumst, nach außen auszuleben und für andere greifbar zu machen. Und das ist doch eigentlich das größte Geschenk, oder? Oder nicht? Oder doch? Ich weiß es nicht. Am besten ich leg mich wieder hin. Macht es gut, Leute. Und viel Spaß bei Schmirko auf dem Kanal. Wann kommt eigentlich das nächste?
Okay then,
Hey
thank you.
everybody, Naku here, and I'm gonna talk about Schmirko, also known as the Wanderer.
Dude, COVID ended. What the fuck? I said to Duke, if I didn't say it to you, it would be targeted.
I think when I saw him, it was after Impossible Studios live action in the Yu-Gi-Oh! RLDS, Season 1, Episode 1. He didn't make a full appearance, but that's where I remember him. What I think about his character
In RDS
is
Season 1,
very
Episode 1. He
cool,
wasn't in that episode.
mysterious, and knows how to settle things with the enemy, like the Shadow
And then Season
Lords
2, and I'm brain farting.
and Darkness, etc. I stumbled into his live action world right away when the character brought incredible energy that completely hooked me. What makes him
He's wearing a dual
unforgettable
disc.
is when he made the Cyber's Realm movie and the Ghost Ship that was recently out this year. Specifically the role of when he made Tool Shun as the
Schmirko definitely
first
uses a lot of
Shadow
green
Lord
screen, but look at what he does in the green screen.
movie, I'll tell you that much.
We definitely evolved from Ultimate Link Monster.
That
I'm in a
character just
big
blew me
room
away
to
because
look at all the shit
I
we got
played
here.
Cyber's archetype, and I love it since day one because Grange is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series. The influence and his decks are just
Brains does not get enough
I
love.
love his Megweb Granel, Guardian.
Don't worry, they'll
Joy,
give it a couple years. People will say it's the
and
best Yu-Gi-Oh
Go
series ever, and they
Orca
thought
Super
about that since
Restless.
day one.
His
Arc
appearance
5
was a lesser
supporters,
influence
suddenly.
overall in my life before
People
I even
liked
watched
Zexal?
it. Before I
What?
even watched it, I really like my Cyber
Stop lying.
archetype,
No, I'm kidding.
and seeing it appear
Jokes.
in the Ghost Ship, like the water cards, it inspired me to build both my Cyber's deck and Marincess, plus Icebergers too.
Marincess Ice Barriers is a surprisingly
Usually
good
I'm going
deck.
to evolve my deck and push it to my limit and take.
They
my
never see the
chances.
Trish coming until it's too late.
Thank you for everything you do for the community, Schmirko. Keep creating, keep inspiring, because those two films were absolute cinema.
Mm.
And let me just say, I hope in the next project we can link into the brains and seize the win together. Storm Access, Link Shogun, Link 3, Decode Talker.
Oh,
Thank you very much, my friend. And if you guys were just wondering why the scenes were just repeating at the end,
Cyberspace Incident movie.
it is because of a little editing mistake for me. I originally had Kevin's
Nice
files with a little lower video quality, and he later sent them again.
I can't wait till we
with
get
better
the
quality,
Brains
and
manga.
I,
Oh, wait.
changed them. I exchanged them with the ones with the low quality, and I did a little editing mistake on the
We can't
sound.
have a Brains manga.
So
We gotta get
this
to
is
the
why
waifus.
The
Sky
picture
Striker.
was just repeating, but I wanted to keep it in the video. So, and I'm short on time. So, yeah.
Fair
this is how
enough.
it went.
Sometimes you just gotta let a glitch
Alright, and this
stay.
is it for today. Unfortunately, as I have said in the intro, I couldn't record all the reactions to all of your videos since the camera stopped cooperating. But,
How do I murder
of course,
a camera?
big thank you to Jay Sabert from Yu-Gi-Oh! Chaos Charge. big thanks to Nomi for your reactions also and for the awesome animation that you did there. And of course, thank you to Matze Up. Vielen Dank an dich, Matze, auch für deinen Beitrag, für dein Video. Bedeutet mir wirklich sehr viel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you very much, guys. And yeah, I did a pretty long outro when I recorded it. Appropriate. Well, you get the idea. But
Appropriate.
I'm not going to repeat myself.
Why do I think
now.
of the
I
trap
don't have
card?
the time for that. Just so much for now. Thank you very much. I will try my best on the projects. On Yu-Gi-Oh! FD the movie. It's my biggest project that I have ever done.
Coming in
At least
2032.
from the ones that I will.
And I'll be waiting every single fucking second.
Yeah, I really do my best that it will become the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Live action movie of your life.
Speaking of movies,
I'll
by
try
the
to
way, why I
entertain
still
you
remember
as much as possible.
Gungnir's
And
movie, the last two Paradigm, is actually going to be
do it
released in
with
theaters.
time
Limited
and
theaters, of
energy
course.
I
Not like
have,
he's,
and
worldwide release, something like
As I
that.
said,
But
thank you very much.
way to go, Gungnir.
Those were some very awesome videos. Some
Check
very
it out,
awesome
the announcement video on his
reactions,
channel.
opinions, whatever you want to call it. And I have nothing more to say, at least on this short distance. Give this video a like if you haven't done. Subscribe to the channel. Keeping the order in order, you know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. May the heart of the cards never leave you. As I said, thank you very much, guys, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Oh, that was a nice video. Get to know everyone's point of view. Basically, people said, hey, a good chunk of things are the same, but hey, you know, that's not a bad thing. I mean, overall, there's positive stuff. There wasn't anyone being like, you know what? Fuck Schmirko. There were just a bunch of positive things, and just people agree on what was things to think about the most. Because when I think Schmirko, I can't say Layer of Darkness doesn't come to mind. But yeah. But now that I have a freaking chance to hear, I might as well give my thoughts about Schmirko. So, you don't have to do a reaction to this one or anything, Schmirko. I just figured it'd be like a nice way to end this thing since I didn't get the chance earlier due to life. And we'll leave it at that. Anyway, yes. What do you think of the character Schmirko? I think the character of Schmirko has been a very big benefit to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe. Not just the friggin' live-action series, like the movie series timeline, but also just everything itself really set a stage as to what you could really do with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Project. Because every time something comes up from Schmirko, it's like, well, time to drop everything and check what this thing is. Like, Ghost Ship, I kept saying, took a long time, worth every freaking second. Same with the Ultimate Link Monster. Well, the Ultimate Link Monster wasn't that long, but you get what I'm saying. And every other movie he's done where it's like, oh yeah, it's time, baby. Even if I'm not the biggest fan of Gary versus Schmirko, I can still say that everyone put in a lot of effort in that one, and that was not a case of being like, oh, Schmirko's just half-assing this. Absolutely not. Schmirko, you are getting full ass from Schmirko. Ain't half in anything here. So yeah, it is absolutely an excellent production from Schmirko. So really set the stage and really help this. Not everything, of course, not everything has to be at the Schmirko level. We can have some lower things, and that's perfectly fine. But there is a difference between I'm going to put in as much effort as I can into this project, and if it comes out looking great, fantastic. If you use a little work, hey, at least I put my heart and soul into it. And there's a difference between that and I don't give a fuck. It's just, I'm going to put the thing on, and whatever happens, happens. Just fuck it. Who cares? People care, and they notice. So, yeah. What makes you think about when you... What makes you think about when you remember him? Yeah, I know, I read that right. Like I said, I guess, what do you think about him? When you think about him, what do you think about? Cowboys, Layer of Darkness, Guardian Angel Joan, some cards like that, and whenever you think about a mysterious character that's come to mentor people and help them along their paths, and also make them a bit more of a better person, hopefully, and just try to do whatever help he can, with the limited amount of time he can, because again, Schmirko knows that he may be a time traveler, but he can't, like, go back in time and stop Pompeii, or, you know, stop Titanic from sinking, or so many other things, so there would be so many knock-on effects from that. Like, seriously, it is a tragedy that Titanic sank, but ultimately, it was kind of for the better, just because of what happened for it. But yeah, And then again, Schmirko could time travel just to be on the Titanic, not necessarily stop the sinking, but just be on there for like 5 minutes. Totally would. Probably did at some point. Just be like, fuck it. I want to go on the Titanic. Why not? If I can't at least be there, why am I even bothered with these powers? Like, so yeah, that's what I think about with Schmirko. Layer of Darkness, time traveling, really cool cowboy, and mentor figure. So yeah. How have you heard of him the first time? Like most people, I learned about him through the RLDS Lint Fates movie. I had no idea of his existence beforehand, no offense to Schmirko, of course, but that was my big introduction, and a lot of people's introduction to him. And ultimately, I'm glad it was the case, because when I first heard of Schmirko, as I said in that whole prediction video, I thought it was just going to be some random guy who just like, okay, Ronan comes in, kicks this guy's ass, and then we move on to the movie from there. You know, it's one of those standard things, just like, let's see how strong the bad guy is, and then we move forward. And at the time, and it only to find out, it's like, no, wrong. Schmirko is a lot of things. Just some guy to make it someone else look impressive is not one of them. Unfortunately, that role went to Agaton instead, but that was again to help the story. So yeah, it only helped things moving forward. And it was nice of Leho to, because Laron could have just said, you know what? No, your character is not going to do that. I decided that your character is going to take the L and make my character look cooler. But he didn't. He heard Schmirko, heard his story about his character and all those sorts of things, and be like, you know what? Let's revise some things. I think we can work something out here. You know, maybe instead of like a complete curve stop, we have a good back and forth, and maybe your guy wins in the end. Like let's see how this works out. Yeah. See, Schmirko's a very rational guy. He's open to discussion, but you must discuss with him. Hey. But yeah, I still remember calling him Schmirko, the cowboy guy. Simpler times, right? God, that was like 2017. If only I was a time traveler. Anyway, moving on. That's not going to count up on those details, or it will never end. What does he mean to you in the live-action world? Well, kind of gave that thing with that sort of thing. Just like, he sets the standard of, like, where the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community could be. Like, we're not fully, like, making our own animes yet. Like, again, Crispy Synchron's trying to do with their own Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic. But we're all trying to do something here, and Schmirko sets a good standard to be like, watch Ghost Ship well, okay, no, it's not a competition, so I shouldn't try to make, like, watch this, then that. It's like, that's not fair. That's not what this is about. But he does help set a stage of, like, what Yu-Gi-Oh's, like, fan films could be at their near full potential. And maybe I should just say it like this. Schmirko, whenever you want to know, like, how are we effects-wise in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, watch Schmirko. He'll have, like, him or Zedros will have, like, the highest standard we could be at this current time. And then it'll be like, okay, well, we peaked here, right? Oh, brother, no, not even close. you have no idea. Like I said in a random joke in one of Zedros' videos, it'd be like, dude's just gonna make the full anime one day. Like, we're just gonna transition into, like, a episode of the anime. And you know what? I'm here for it. Just like, we go from an episode of freaking, like, Dimension X to, like, I don't know, Season 0. I picked up one out of a hat, okay? It had to be something. Yeah, it's just... Schmirko helps set the stage of, like, what a fan film could be, and it helps you know, be like, is this guy half-assing, or is he actually giving 110%? Because Schmirko's always going to give you 110%. That much you can know for certain. I already read that one. Did Schmirko's appearance have any influence in your life overall? He did, a little bit. He does help me try to keep my cool in situations where it's very easy to lose your temper. At least in certain degree. It's just like, it's not like a what would Schmirko do, but it is sort of like let's try to calm down here. Getting angry is not going to solve this problem. Let's try to keep this cool and rational and see if everything can prevail in the end. But yeah, that's a good point that I think they brought up. Just like, Schmirko's never actually snapped before. Just like, I wonder if that could be a path to go on. I don't know, and I'm saying I don't know. What if Schmirko snap could be an interesting concept, at least. Not something that we should necessarily need to go down. It's just something like that. Anyway, but yeah. Other than that, just like, he also helps me try to keep some originality in my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Just mostly my deck building and process and stuff like that. Because just like, it is so very easy to just like, net deck, let's be real here. Just like, what's the most meta build? I'm just gonna build that. I don't give a fuck anymore. And I may do that for a deck or two, because like sometimes just like, I just need this fucking deck. We'll work out the parts that don't work for me later. I just need this deck now. I want to play Machina, damn it. but Schmirko always tries to help me keep my originality in this and keep it my own thing, because I always have this method in my head, just like, sometimes people offer to build me decks, and you know what, sometimes I take it, because, you know, sometimes you don't have the time, you gotta work on other stuff, so on and so forth. There are some decks where I'm just like, no, absolutely not. Because the moment I let you build this deck for me, it's not my deck anymore, it's your deck, and I want this to be my deck. Again, some things can be a bit more acceptable than others, like, I want to learn how to play Math Mech, can you help me with this, that sort of thing. But when it's like a deck that rings hard and true to my soul, no, you can't touch that. You can give advice, though, like, if you want to give me some suggestions, of course, of what to change. Absolutely, I'm open to suggestions of what to change and whatnot. But can you change it? No. Just no. But yeah, he helps me to try to keep myself original in this universe, especially when it's so easy to fall down a path, because, well, of course, I've made some changes throughout my life, at least in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. It's just like, I always had a thought, just be like, I'm never going to use Rengeki. Dark Hole is so much more fair and balanced. A few years later, fuck it, what am I doing? Like, this is just better, come on, guys. It's 2000, we're in the 2020s, we can't be playing with a 2012 brain anymore. Dust Tornado is not catching up with modern day, I'm sorry. It is just not. But yeah, I just try to keep up and keep the game, alive, for lack of a better term. Because the moment we lose all originality, this sort of thing, it's like, what are we even doing anymore? We're all just playing the same deck. It's chalk format, for people who remember that. And then a lot of Pokemon players be like, not again! Everyone's just playing the same thing. But anyway, yeah, that's the Schmirko. What are your thoughts on the character? Again, sorry that I wasn't able to take advantage of an opportunity like this, Schmirko, and missed out, but at least I did it now. Better late than never, right? I tried, dang it. I tried. Well, I kind of didn't try, but life. Life is the one being we cannot negate no matter how many solemns we throw at it. Or some theoretical thing like that. I don't really know how to end this video, to be perfectly honest, but yeah. I am grateful that Schmirko stuck around as a character for so long, because, again, Schmirko might have been originally pitched to be just like, we're just some guy to beat Run, but honestly, just keeping him just only benefited the universe going forward and coming up with so many other things. So I'm glad he stuck around, and I'm hoping for more Schmirko things to come. I do understand we are nearing the end of his story, since FD is coming around, and another project, the Secret Corporation thing, or Cooperation. We still have a couple movies to go, but we're nearing the end of Schmirko's story. And honestly, I don't want it to end, but it's got to have to come eventually. Also, RLDS Requiem. That's another thing coming up with Schmirko in it. So we still have some more Schmirko to go, but Schmirko's story is coming to an end sooner than we'd like it to. And once that's over, I don't know what do we do with the movie series universe. Hopefully by the time FD comes out, we do have the last the movie series reboot thing, because 2022 was 4 years ago. I understand life is happening with Tamash too. I'm not saying I can't make the excuse, but Tamash can't. I'm just saying, like, it's been a few years, guys. But then it's been 10 years with Ragnarok for me, so I should shut the fuck up. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully great things come from future, and we only have more stories and great things to tell with Schmirko and the entire crew of the movie series universe moving forward. But overall, yeah, great stuff from Schmirko and everyone else who gave their own comments in their own ways that they could, whether it be like VTuber, well, not VTuber, but PNGs, Tepig plushies, Beyond, real life, obviously, and Gacha in their own special ways to make them all unique and help bring people together, because no matter what language barriers we have or anything like that, we're all people trying to enjoy this one project, and you know what? That's something important to remember in life. Or something. Again, I don't know how to end this video. You know, I'm just going to end the video, so thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and hope for many more years of the movie series timeline, and Schmirko, of course, to come in future. Until next time, later.